Welcome, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's going to be a special live because that's going to be the first one where we're going to recap like the first months of the channel and the project in general. And for to like participate with me on this live, I have like the 4 on 5 members of the team that I want to introduce you to them, and that's going to be pretty fun live. I'm pretty sure of it. Like we spent the last 10 minutes trying to fix some shit that should have, life, whatever. But before that, I want to recap for you, like for the people that doesn't know what Decod3rs is yet. Let me explain to you what we are doing here. So basically, this YouTube channel, that the one you're watching right now, is the first decentralized and community-owned one. So what we are doing is like every time we produce a video, we mint the thumbnail, raffle it, and like the person that will win this raffle will get the ownership of the video and receive a portion of like the revenue generated for that video directly into his wallet. So that's pretty cool. So we're doing that basically to align the creators economy with like the technology advancement that Web3 allowing us. So basically we can align the financial incentive between the creators and their communities. And you are part of the Decod3rs community. So when we make money, you make money too. But enough, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. That's the most important thing you can do right now. Follow us on Twitter and everything, but subscribe to the channel because that's going to be the first step to get a whitelist for upcoming mint. But that's it about the project. Let's welcome the team here and start the show. Ladies first. What's up, VP?
Nothing much. How you doing?
Ryan, Jess.
What's up?
How are you guys doing?
Good.
How was it there?
Wow.
You guys can still hear me, correct?
Yes.
All right. Just to get it out there, it was my fault. We're late. I had a little technical difficulties with my super expensive mic, so I'm using a webcam mic. So I apologize if my voice is a little weird, but
that's okay. We tested it. It works, and now it doesn't work just before the live. It's okay. It's manageable. It's okay. So we're good. We're here. It's fine. So like the goal is like to introduce yourself like to the world, and then we go through the channel analytics to like show to the people what we have done so far during the first months of like producing content. So again, gonna start with you, VP. Like, what are you doing like for Decod3rs, and what are you doing in crypto and Web3?
For Decod3rs, apart from hassling you daily, I do a bunch of the proofreading and any support work. And then in life,
editing soon.
Oh yeah, We'll see. And then otherwise, I'm a Spaces host. I am working on this team, and I help out on a couple of other teams, and I work in the film industry in real life.
Nice. That's cool. Really, like, it's the skill set that we need for this project, and that's awesome. What about you, Ryan?
So what I do for the team is I'm kind of the creative director, and I do a lot of the look and feel and the design of the logo and get a consistent feel and work with Fiddler and the team on strategy and how we grow. And in Web 2, or Web 2 in real life, I work on a mobile design app that has like 4.5 million users active. So I do UX, and I'm really good at that stuff. And then Web 3, I'm a creative guy. I just keep falling into projects, and I help out where I can. But yeah.
Try to avoid the rugs. What about you, Jess? Tell us everything about you when you're not trying to fix mics.
It's funny because I come from a music background and I used to stream, so you take my setup and do.
So sad.
So these days I'm just chilling. I just do a lot of Web3 stuff. Me, myself, Fiddler, and Ryan we've been working together about over a year now, and I've done a lot of work with Pip here and there through different projects. Pretty much I'm a community guy. I strive on building communities and making sure that everybody is jiving and just making sure we're heading the right path. Growth is something I focus on. Our other partner, Risha, is not here. He's very good at doing all this stuff too, along with Risha. The great thing about Risha here is he has a little bit of all of us. Like he literally can help all of us in what we're strong with. He's like a little touch of everything. But you know,
Love you, Risha.
a lot of community work and a lot of just vibing with the people and just making sure people understand what we're doing and everybody's having a good time and just everybody's safe in this space.
Exactly. Yeah, and like hi Silfu. That's absolute. Silfula. Yeah. Thank you for joining us. Do you know it? Him?
No.
Okay.
No.
That's great. Yeah, so like basically how did you feel about like the first months of the channel, like the content that we produce and like the result that we have done like during the first month? How do you feel? I guess we're gonna go into the same order during the whole of the live so that can keep it organized and we're not screaming on each other. At least we're gonna try. So if you go first.
I really didn't know anything about Blocksmith, so that was cool to learn about Blocksmith. I also didn't realize that there was that much to know about DeGods, but now I know a lot more. Thanks, Fiddler. Carlos's stream was awesome. What else did we talk about this month? I just think it was a really, really good start, and we learned a lot from this month. It's we've pivoted a lot. We've finessed things a lot and streamlined. The shorts are really awesome. And no, I mean, I think it was a strong start, and I can't wait to see what we do in the second month.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the goals like after going after the analytics and stuff, but yeah, like it's something like I think it's great start, and it was fun to create content during this month. What about you, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm super proud of where we're at. We've done a lot of work up front to really kind of understand the algorithm and the growth structure and how we can kind of cheat the system if we can. And if you look at it, like a lot of YouTubers starting out kind of die off before they even hit 100 followers. So the fact that we're almost at 500 is super bullish. And the shorts are fucking amazing. I still remember the very first recap of the 1 week. And I'm like, how is that 1 week? Like, it was insane. We had Bonk. We had so much happened in 1 week. It just felt like it was a month. It was crazy. So I really love the quick little format and the recaps. It's really good if you're an outsider or you don't have a ton of time. It's really good for recaps. I love the live streams and actually talking to creators and learning from their perspective, because you can tell what their passion is and why they do it, and you can see the conviction in their voice and as they are on stream. And I think it's a really good space to have that, because you don't get to see that really with spaces as much. So it's nice to see that kind of like more personal connection when you're chatting with them. So super bullish on that, and really happy to see Carlos yesterday. That was a lot of fun, and like BSL, I aped in after that conversation. So I mean, I really like it a lot.
Influencers gonna influence.
Well, I mean, I still do my research, right? But it's
me. It's you DMing me.
Yeah, that too. But when you hear Alex talk about his project and where it's going to go, like that's really what sold it for me more than anything else. Yeah.
Same thing for me with like Carlos yesterday, like seeing him like talking about like jelly Rascals and stuff like that. Like you have to, after like seeing that connection and this passion, you have to press the buy button on those NFT. I think that's really, really important. And hopefully, those videos live, etc., will help like people to trust us to execute something cool, and hopefully like start to believe in the Decod3rs ecosystem that we're all gonna build together.
Yeah,
what about you,
like
Jess?
with Carlos.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
No, go
I was
for it.
just
Go
gonna
for it.
add it with Carlos. You can hear there's no falter. There's no. He's just straight to the point. Like very competitive. Really wants it. So.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, like the future of Jelly Rascal is, I'm pretty sure, bright, and it's gonna be interesting to follow like this year for sure, and make more content for them because they read hard. That's good. So what about you, Jess? Yeah.
I was gonna say, so with me, I mean, we had a great month. I mean, when you look back and think like, wow, you guys just launched like a month ago, and we've already had people like, we've had Alex and Blocksmith, of course. We had Headsauce in the beginning. We had the Solspot team on, amazing guys there. Vandals team we've had on. We had Jet, who's a great host, and has his own project. We had OK Bear Hug from OK Bears does a podcast, another great person in the space.
Yep.
Not to mention, I mean, the list goes on and on. Of course, Carlos yesterday, Kevin DeGods. That show is amazing. That guy, just to see and be able to pick his brain and like hear him talk, you see how successful Dust Labs is going to be and how wide DeGods. Frank's the hype guy, but Kevin's is more of the brains. And you get to see that, which is great because I mean, I'm not taking that whole team's amazing. But like when you get to see Kevin on his own and get away from the hype part of like what Frank's doing and being in everybody's forefront and just being out there in the masses, Kevin's in the back of the house just getting shit done. And I learned a lot just from hearing someone so experienced in Web3 and Web2, and as a person who strives to be successful, it was a great video. So I mean, the content that's coming out this month is top notch. And I mean, this is month one, guys. I mean, we're just starting. So I mean, I can't see us not grab some traction here as we just continue to bring people on. And I'm just very thankful for the whole last year of this space, of all the connections we've made, because here we are a year later or so.
100%.
And we have all these amazing people that are in this space that are the up and coming, devs and founders and hosts out there that are putting content out, and we're just gonna push forward, man. So super excited for our first month.
Yeah, definitely. That was cool. And hopefully, like the weekly recap and like the edits getting better and better week after week. So that's cool.
How about you, Vince? What was your highlights?
I mean, at the beginning, like of the channel, I was thinking to myself, I'm asking to myself, am I going to enjoy content creation? Because then you have to invest in the equipment and learn all of that, but without knowing exactly if I'm going to enjoy that stuff. Bro, it's so much fun that talking to people and editing, spending hours, trying to make a face cam, me talking to the camera and make it interesting and not that crazy, monotone voice or whatever, or rhythm, or hiding the French accent and that or put all of the words that have been rewritten by VPIF to the correct order. That's also important, right? To make sure everyone can understand the video. But I'm so happy that I like content creation, and the fact that I can put hours on the project, etc., and we can all create content together and create amazing video talking to founders and other content creators. That was the weak point of the project, or basically me not liking content creation and going not producing enough content because I don't like it, but man, I love it. So that's part. It's validated, and now we just need
the other thing too that people don't realize when we first started was we tried to streamline as much as we could to take away a lot of the barriers for you.
Exactly.
Jazz is an amazing streamer, that he started a little while ago. So getting your setup, we did a lot of pre-work to make it super fast and easy to try and make sure that you just get to do what you do best. So it's been a lot of fun.
There is a couple of private videos that changed a lot in 1 month.
Yeah, I mean, even though we just launched a month ago, we've been working on this brainchild for a while now. I think Vince had this idea kind of back, I want to say like end of summer, he kind of pitched it to like us just vaguely, like your idea. I don't think we started rolling with the idea till like November. You started buying stuff. I forget when you moved exactly, but
yeah, exactly. Like I was waiting to move to Malta to like start producing content and put like all of the pieces together. But before that, I was like working on the app that allow like people to see like the KPIs of the channel, etc. Like on Decod3rs website. But like the content creation basically started like a month before we like published the first video, basically. Yeah, but that was cool.
I mean, it's been cool to watch, right? Because you're clearly enjoying it. Like, it's nice to watch somebody enjoying what they do, and you constantly send me messages going, "I love my life. I love what I'm doing." So, and it shows, and then like that brings other people in because you're enjoying it. So that's infectious. So it's been really beautiful in that respect.
Yeah, the energy you had with Carlos yesterday was phenomenal. Like you've had good energy with everybody, but I think you really were comfortable with him because you guys really fed off one another really well. And that's why that show lasted so long, because you guys didn't want to stop, either side of you. You guys just want to keep talking, and the amount of knowledge that was coming out. Like, you guys just get along because you both understand each other, both being, if people don't know, you're a dev, so you understand what it's like to build a project, where a founder has the same mindset. You kind of know the pieces that need to get put together to make the project, jive. So, the founder brain is like the CEO, and the dev is just, the guy, that's creating all the magic. And you're blessed to have Ryan over here too. Because I mean, God, this guy does some amazing work. If you guys aren't familiar, pretty much so much of our branding and labeling and designs. And it's not just us. He's like working on like 12 projects right now. I don't even know how this. And he's got a kid,
what the fuck?
Family, and he has a real job. I mean.
well, this is a real job too, man. But I mean, when people say how do you do it all, it's just so to multitask. All you do is you don't multitask. You take time buckets. So like when I need something done for Decod3rs, I make sure I block out a good chunk of time that I dedicate to it, get it done, and then while we mull it over, I can frees me up to do some other stuff, and then I don't sleep. That's kind of the secret. Which I'll get there. I'll get the sleep schedule a little bit better, but I work on a couple different projects on a couple different chains. I like to be multi-chain personally because there's a lot of cool tech everywhere, and I like to learn different patterns and how people are building. And it's kind of interesting depending on what chain you are, because you might see a little bit into the future in a more mature chain, and then you can see how it reacts and builds in a newer chain.
But do you have NFT on ETH?
I do. I have a couple.
Yeah. That's cool.
It's one of the few projects I'm a whale in.
So Ryan has a project.
My West Coast Customs MetaWiz.
So. HBAR, XRP, Solana.
Yeah.
Am I missing anything?
No.
4 chains. You're on 4 chains.
Yeah, dude, I have like 150 Discords. And my red dots give Vince like heart attacks.
Oh yeah, I only have that with the emails.
Yeah. Can we change the topic, please? Because I'm gonna be like.
We're gonna give him an anxiety attack.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, I never have it in the Discord or Twitter now, so that's something, right?
Yeah, true. I mean, whatever. Let's talk about it.
Hey, all I'm going to say is Shift Escape is like a godsend. Go on any Discord, hit Shift and Escape, and it'll clear all the red dots.
Yes, exactly. Clean dot red dots, please, for the culture.
The better trick is you put them all in a folder, and then you click the folder.
Oh, it works on a folder?
On my mobile, it does. I can hold down on the folder, and then it will say to clear all the alerts.
Oh, so I didn't know that.
So I put like all my literally I'm in so many different servers just for networking, and then I have like a whole folder just for Pepe's. because I'm a Pepe freak. So those servers
For the
are in
culture, for the
folder,
culture.
and like literally will have
Oh
like
my
1,000
God, those
notifications, and I
Pepes.
just clear it all in one shot. You have to click on the folder to make sure the folder's closed. So we're giving out some Discord tips here. These, don't mind us. We're just people that live on Discord. We just know all the ins and outs.
That's cool. So Pepes are part of your investment thesis then?
Yeah, I'm surprised I don't have I do have a Pepe in the NFT that Demex made me, the Wastelander one. So I mean, I do have a Pepe NFT.
True. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that's cool. That was one of the good one. Yeah, we have Diego. That's the guy. Glad to see you. See you too, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks.
OG in the family.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm honestly glad we're all working on that project all together. That's the good vibes. And when you said VP that I like what I'm doing, it's okay. It's because also I like working with you all, and that's also quite interesting and fun to doing this live too all together, right? If we can do that show every month and sharing what we think about everything and enjoy all the time we spend together, that's even better, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But maybe do you want to talk about something else before we go to the channel analytics stuff? Get to see some numbers so we can share it with the community.
No, man, break it down. Let's see what.
Let's go. Let's go. Okay, so do you see that? Cool. Okay, so basically, I don't know if you're familiar with the YouTube dashboard, but that's basically all of what creators are viewing and have access to when they can check their channel. And I love those numbers. See, that's beautiful. So if we go to the lifetime of the channel, so the channel we created a month ago, in November basically, 2 months, February, January, December, so it's 3 months ago, for testing and development and stuff, and those videos, December 15, the introduction channel. VP Ryan, do you remember the AMA we had on Twitter Space?
Yeah.
That was something.
It was.
We had one weird guy showing up on the show at the end. And I cut it out on this replay video. That was cool. That was fun.
Yeah, he came up to shill some crazy AI and was going into document style chilling, reading a manual, and we're okay, we get the idea.
I don't remember that, but I encounter so many weird people on Twitter Spaces.
Yeah,
and we were trying to end the space, so we were trying to be polite, and it's okay.
Oh yeah, no, I remember. I remember that.
Very specific thing.
Yeah. That was something.
A guy who claims to be a trans wolf AI the other day on Twitter Spaces. So there's all sorts out there there's something for every soul.
Yeah, but maybe they should not have that many choices. Maybe that's a lot.
But he was transitioning into AI. He wasn't transitioning.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, he wasn't transitioning.
That makes sense.
Yeah, he identified as male, but was transitioning into AI.
To AI, yeah, okay.
But also wore
enough.
a wolf hat or something.
Yeah, that makes completely sense. 100%.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's move on to the next video, which was the GigaDAO AMA. That same thing I did on Space with Balak, my new best friend, introduced from VPIF too. Because I don't know if the community is aware of that just yet, but I'm stealing all of her friends. She do the introduction because she's really connected with everyone, and then all of those people become my bros and sis. And
then it comes back to me, and he goes, "Hey, have you ever met Balak?" I'm like, "Yes." Actually, I have.
Yeah, because you're probably gonna love the guy. He's a really nice guy. And by the way, the meeting tomorrow. So don't forget. Like I think it's 7 p.m. my time, New City. But hopefully you have the whitelist because this mint will be like pretty cool. Like Gigadao is basically a DEX for like NFTs. So they tokenize NFTs. They take, for example, one DeGod. They're gonna split it into 1,000 lot, and a lot is like a token, like a part of the token, and you can buy the token, so you can DCA in and out into like an expensive JPEG basically, and you can get like basically like buy a full NFT and redeem later when you have like 1,000 token, which allows you to again DCA into the an expensive NFT, and then you can get some cool for like a cool NFT for an average price.
It's definitely
cool.
going to be amazing, like fractionalizing NFTs so that you can have a share of one that you can afford is really going to change the game. As well as I was talking to a team member today, and they were saying that they've actually found a way to make Solana better within GigaDAO somehow. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. Like it's going to be better and faster and stronger, he said as well. I don't know that it's going to be stronger, but faster, apparently. They've found a way. Cool. They found a little loophole or I don't know what it
I mean, like, yeah, like the interesting thing is like you can basically, you can basically increase the liquidity of the NFT, which by essence like is not that like liquid. And if you have more liquidity, then you have like you can have more volume, etc., etc. So like everyone's gonna win if we are able to have those key components on the NFT market instead of like the just DeFi and coins that we have right now, I guess. Right? Am I like what I said makes sense, or I just like blah blah blah?
No, it makes sense, man.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Serious, we're making Decod3rs t-shirts to say blah blah blah.
Blah blah blah.
Yeah, we have to. I already got creative, like kind of flowing. So
we'll have to make some shorts of you just saying it, so people get it. Just like get you in casual conversation. Like we'll just have to record you somehow, and you're just like bullshitting with us.
Yeah, like I was thinking about a short when I say, like, or whatever, or like the small words I always say to transition to the next sentence. Because when I edit, I have to cut all of that shit. And bro, from bros and sis, but from a 10 minutes, like short, like a segment of filming, I delete like 30% of it just with likes and like shit like that. It's amazing. I'm like, English is definitely, it should be my mother tongue, I think.
I think English is actually a really difficult language because there's so much meaning to the same kind of words and different pronunciations of the same kind of spelling and words. It's so complicated. I can't imagine like knowing other languages than having to learn English. It would just be different.
Yeah, but
I'm sure you all know because I'm sure everybody in here speaks different languages.
Yeah, but I don't want to learn French. Like, I mean, like if I not as a French guy, like that's way too complicated. That's way more complicated than English. See, like I can master English, like I could not master French if I was not French, You know what I mean?
Yeah, we have to get you mad and get you like curse one of us out in French. That would be fun.
Okay, so next video was like how to invest smartly in crypto and NFT in 2023. So that was like the first facecam video. 67 views. That was like cool, like because again I wanted to create a video that was like generate blah 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 like that blah 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 that like could start the year with it's not even January, I'm just saying bullshit, like what the fuck, 20th December, okay, whatever. that could like push like on the you can see on YouTube like all of the videos that say 2023 do that because whatever, and that was like the first video, and that was cool. Like, I mean, what am I saying inside this video? I don't even remember. Oh yeah, basically the lesson of that video is don't be stupid, don't be a degen, just do something like smart, and then you're gonna make the bag in crypto, right? Nice lesson. So what do you think about this video? Like, did you remember? Did you even remember it?
I remember. Don't be stupid. Don't be a degen. What else did you talk about in it? Was this the one that you talked about games not being your investment thesis?
Yeah.
Yes. Let me check the chapters.
Yeah,
Yes, exactly.
I remember. Yeah, that was a tricky one, actually. I think it came out well in the end, but it was a tricky one to like get a good flow on on the back end, like prepping
So
it.
in other words, it's a little boring there, Vince. That's what I'm taking.
No,
That's true.
that's
true.
not
No.
what I said. I had to proofread it, and it was difficult to proofread because the master of English over here, he must have been tired that day.
Oh yeah. That because like usually I start filming the video at 2 a.m. in the morning or 3 a.m. It's not a good idea. That's
Yeah, his English goes downhill when he's excited or tired, and I get to enjoy the fruits of that.
And sometimes he's both.
Exactly.
Doing the crap is so BFF over here proofreads everything that Vince does before he publishes anything. She's the proofreader, so she's always dealing with Vince.
honestly, that doesn't change that much. Like it's proofreaded, but like minor changes, right?
Sure.
Right. Yeah.
We made a deal this month that for me to have a peaceful life, I would just say sure. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sometimes like the sentence are like completely rewritten. Like there is no word in that sentence the first sentence that I was writing. It's completely changed.
Yeah, it's green strike through. So sometimes he'll get it. He'll be like, "How much green is there today?" And I'll be like, "There's a considerable amount."
Yeah, like there is like because I received an email with like the update, so I have like sometimes it's a short email for shorts, and sometimes on the 7 pages script it's like 10 pages of comments. So then I validate everything, I click everything, and then I reread everything to see if it still makes sense. But yeah, I always keep your version, VP, and then when I film, I go back to my version.
Oh yeah. So
there is also that.
Yeah, and the best is when I'm proofreading it and he's approving at the same time, and I'm like, please stop doing that because I need to go back and read it. Like he'll start approving it, and I'll be like, I just changed that. What did I just change there? Because I proofread, I change things, and then I reread it and make sure it all makes sense. Because sometimes it is such translated English that I don't know how to speak English all of a sudden, because I'm like, wait, is that what we say in English, or did I just translate that from French? What's going on here?
Yes, that's sometimes happen. It happened like 15 minutes ago.
So it looks like January was an extraordinary month for us.
It was a big learning curve for us, and I think we really it's a tale of perseverance and of redemption on some levels, and victory.
Yes, victory everywhere. Victory everywhere. Yes, exactly what you said. I agree with what you said. Then after the next video, it was like the first live with Headsauce. I love this guy. He's so nice. Like first live of the channel. Yeah, right. It was the first live. Right?
Yeah. It was.
Yeah. So nice. Like it was like it will be the first guy on the channel forever. So yeah, thank you. Like Headsauce, if you watch this live or the replay, thank you so much. Really appreciate the gesture. because basically he had nothing to gain to do the live, because the channel was it's still smaller than his own community. But yeah, like I really enjoyed this live, and yeah, just getting my feet wet in the live.
We
yeah,
learned a
that
lot
was
from him really quickly too.
Yeah.
And,
yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and he, you know, it was early on, so I would say that like you were probably more nervous than you are today, and he like was really easy. So, you know, he was a really easygoing personality and character, so that kind of made you comfortable quick.
Yeah, exactly.
Quickly.
Yeah, fast. See, I can rewrite English too. Next video.
Sure,
oh yeah, like
you're right.
yeah, no, I'm joking. Yeah, so we have like Ryan and Jas, like what did you think about my English is broken, like 100%. I'm so stressful. I'm so stressed right now. Like what the fuck?
You're right. You are
I'm so stressful.
So this is Vince being excited, so he's just excited that we're all here with him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, it's cool.
So the team on this project, we have all get along so well. We have a great relationship. So we're just like we get each other. So we're like friends joking around here and there. But I think the progress is with Headsauce, we started off a little slow, and like you said, there was no gain for him to come on. So he was like, saying, yeah, I respect you, I respect your vision. I'll help you out. Let's do the show. It was a good launch, and I feel like we should bring him back, maybe in another month when he has some growth and really expose what he's doing in the space and what he's up to. But I mean, as we've gone on, it just seems like every video has gotten better, and we're just gradually growing and getting traction. It's always about like, so what's next? Like who are we going to get on next? Like, so.
What about you, Ryan? What do you think?
I think it was great because we got a little bit of a perspective on how he deals with creating content and what his day-to-day is like, and how does he manage that. Because it's one thing to be a content creator, but it's another to be a content creator in crypto. So the space moves so quickly, and you benefit if you can react to something in real time. So it was really interesting to hear his perspective on how he's managed to do that. Because he's been doing it for quite a bit now, so he's kind of got his system down, and it was really great to hear how he kind of streamlines that. Which for us at the time, when we're first starting out, we're okay making mistakes and trying this out, because like at the end of the day, everybody starts at the very beginning, and you'll find your feet as you go, and you do it when you're small, right? Someone who has 1 million followers on YouTube didn't at one point. And they stumbled until they found their voice and their streamline, their how they work and how they work with other people. Because like we're a team too, we're really great friends, but there's still a little bit of a dynamic where you learn how to work with each other and how people work together and flow together. So it was really cool to hear a perspective from someone who's already kind of gone through that, and then we can take little tidbits here and there from what he said.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like it was like great feedback and great gesture to do that, the first live of a channel. So yeah, it's awesome. Thank you, brother. And it was not like VP. Did you introduce me to Headsauce? I don't think so, right?
I did not.
Yes. See, I can also have friends on my own, right?
I need to start being introduced to your friends and
Ryan, Jas,
them being
Westlanders. Yeah, see, all of the Westlanders community were part of like our friend with you. I know you can find them in Rugged Session server. Right. Okay, next video. My first attempt of like getting some clickbaity video and trying to put like Frank's name and Utes and Dust Labs in the title of the video. And yeah, this video was like, are Utes going to zero after the Polygons migration? What do I think about this video? That was like, a test. Like I try to again share my point of view about that move and like start to again share about like how I think and how I build the thesis based on like events in crypto, and hopefully this video makes sense too. Let me just check the chapters. Polygon 101, Trump, some KPIs about Polygon. That's basically a case study of like the Polygon and why like I think the slab made this move. That was kind of a small exposure, right?
Video.
Yeah.
That one was a good one because it was rooted in facts and like you gave your opinion as well, but like you had a really good. Like, it wasn't just like speculative. You showed a lot of good info in there about Polygon in general, and it was good.
That's cool. What about you, Jess? Did you remember this video?
I do remember it. I think your editing, you started showing off that you were decent at your editing skills. Because this is something that video editing wasn't.
That wasn't you. That was me. That was the one that I made you recut.
Listen, he's like,
no, it wasn't it.
That's possible. Yes. Because at the end, yes, I remember.
Something, and you did come back to me and say you made that video better. So
yes, true.
I'll take the crown for that video.
Yes,
but
that's true.
Because I did. Yeah, there was something wrong. I can't remember exactly what it was.
Yeah, it was the end, right?
It was a language thing at the end that I was like, you cannot end like that. Like, it's fine if we have a mistake in the middle, but like you cannot end like it was the very last word or the second to last word. And he's like, well, I've shaved now. I can't go back. I can't go and record it. And I was like, well, put some pictures up and put some titles up and just re-voice over it. And he did it, and he actually really liked it. So that was me. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Anyway.
Sorry, not sorry.
You gotta take the credit. We gotta put like some credits on the videos for VPIF or Rare. But the editing started. Really, you started showcasing some of your editing skills because, like I was saying, Vince, he's not really. This wasn't your thing. Like video editing wasn't on your work of like your past.
No.
You were a dev. You were doing. You were building projects. You were building programs and apps and stuff like that. And so it's impressive to see you progress so fast with the video editing because I wouldn't be able to do it. I mean, I know how to work video editing. I've dabbled with it, but I wouldn't be able to do what you're doing. So it's impressive, man. It's good to see you this point in where we started at this video to see that the editing is already coming together to such a way that you're progressing. So it just tells me you're not sleeping at night. You and Ryan, I don't know, just don't sleep.
Yeah, but I mean, like, okay, so I have like experience with like Photoshop, and I can do what I want with Photoshop and stuff like that. So all of like the understanding required to use like Premieres and like Audition and stuff like that. That's it all makes sense. It's all like the same canvas in the head. So that was okay. And then like after a couple of like videos on YouTube, you can learn everything, right? So. Yeah, in the most, that's plus like everything that I consume on YouTube, I know what I want to achieve in terms of like editing and stuff like that. Like for example, when VP introduced me to Clouds, then I watched his video, then I knew that that kind of video or like it's really well edited because like I can see like the engagement that produced and like the speed and like the storytelling behind that, right? Because I've also watched like thousands of videos like everyone else on YouTube, and we know like which kind of video are made by the big guys, and if you can like tend to get to that quality level, then with like just like no team behind like to edit yet. Right, then you want to produce the similar result, and then you can follow this blueprint too, right? So just trying to put all of that together. Plus, with your kind advice, Jess, Ryan, head of VP about editing, it's easy. make the job easy.
And one little behind the scenes note too is before we even launched anything, Vittler and I went through a couple different variations on how we would approach the thumbnails and the look and feel of all that stuff. So we were already dabbling with that beforehand. So we have like a month or two of iteration of how that look and feel would be developed. And so like if anybody's starting out, you can start to see where we try a few things and then things seem to stick, and then we iterate and we double down on things we like, and we grow as we keep going. So you always want to do a little pre-production, little pre-work, get the look and feel kind of going, just so you have a bit of a plan going in, and then you put it out there, you test, you reassess, and then you can either like or keep what you like and then change little things here and there if it's not working or if you need clarity. And yeah,
no, 100%. And what do you think about like the look and feel of like the thumbnail on the channel?
I really like the boldness of it. We have a good color scheme because again our focus is on content creation as a whole. So there's a little bit of a tie to what YouTube has and a little bit of a tie to social media in general. And then a lot of the bold look and feel, like it looks really great in the background with the text. Vince came up with that and I was on board right away. Fucking love it. Because, and again, if you see this on your phone, we test all these things in context. So we want to make sure that if this is a thumbnail on a phone, what really jumps out? What do you get out of it? How do we keep a consistent look? So if you see all the lives here have a very specific background color versus say a more informative video. So we're trying to create that psychological relationship to, okay, if you see this versus that, you kind of have a sense of what you're looking at right away, and trying to categorize it a little bit subtly so that users get used to what we're putting out and can look forward to certain things if they like it, and basically trying to build that relationship with our viewers and content.
Because I want to build a relationship with my viewers, man. It's important. I want to be in a relationship with 1 million people on the channel. Let's go.
Well, I mean, all you do is like, and another thing you have to remember too is it's you always just do what you want to do consistently, because you never know when a viral video will kick off, and you've done the work. Like, so anybody creating out there, typically nothing really changes. It's just one time or another something will pop off, and you have the proof of work, and that's what sustains and keeps people. So it's possible. You just keep putting the work in and do really good content. Remember, you're a storyteller and have a point of view.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'm sorry, like we took like another direction that your initial design. That kind of like
But we have to start somewhere, right? And
exactly. It's iterations.
Yeah. Oh, I'm used to that, man. Don't worry.
The next video, it's another live. Where is it after? Yes, okay. With like first traders on the channel, Autez, like BSL member, nice guy, really like competent and skilled trading. Like the goal of the video was to talk about like the mindset behind like the trading like activity. Same thing as like investing in NFTs. At least for me, like it's the same. Like you have to understand the mindset to execute something properly, and like that makes sense to justify the decision when you press or sell, when you buy or sell a token, NFT, or whatever. And great live. I think it's the first one we thought that I did with like the guys like in Facecam, like he was using his like Discord avatar. But I mean, like in terms of like engagement, I don't know if it plays a lot because like the numbers are still quite small. But like we had some good views on that. 1,000 views. Maybe there's some shorts too, I guess. But done great live. So what do you think? Pipif, did you enjoy the trading live?
I saw that one. I I don't think I saw that one.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember it
That's
at
okay.
all. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. It's okay. I'm feeling like a bit hurt, but like I expected you to watch every fucking video of the channel, but like no, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
Right there,
I'm not
what you
fun at all.
just said, I expect you to clip that so we can use it as a promo. I expect you to watch it.
Yeah.
We're gonna use that to send to people.
Well,
But that's okay. No, but
yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'll watch it tonight.
Thank you.
It'll put me to sleep.
It's like 3 o'clock in the morning. She's like, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll watch it before bed.
Yeah. Please, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Oh no, we're starting that.
What about you, Ryan and Jazz? Like, did you watch this one?
I've watched them all, sir. I've watched.
Let's go.
I've been
People who take their job more seriously than me.
Yeah, but no, I mean, you know me. I love trading. I love all educational stuff. So, I mean, I'm hoping we can take a direction for that because I feel like that's something I'm very knowledgeable in that I can definitely put some content out to. So, you know, I like it, and like we did it, you know, later down the road. Just recently, we did the show with Matt. It was another great show, you know, kind of up my speed when it comes to like trading and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like 100%. Oh yeah, I think I missed some video because there is a Solspot live, no? Because I have a short on the Solspot. But where is it?
I saw the Solspot one, and yes, no, I think it was after that one, wasn't it?
No, because like there is a short or like the Solspot demo. So the live, it's probably before, right?
Yeah, Solspot was pretty easy, pretty early in the.
Yes.
Yeah, it was. I think it was the second one.
I think it was right around the Utes video, and then right before you did the top 5 content creators. Like
yes, exactly. Yeah, like short form, like content strategy. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Yeah. I mean, it's already 1 hour, right? Yeah. Crazy. So yeah, let's move faster, right? But like, because it's basically video number 3, and we have the whole month to do. Like, I want to talk about Carlos and Kevin and like the last live that we did. Yeah. So Solspot. I'm not going to about like the shorts, but yeah, like the shorts, like. For me, it's like what make easier to edit than the facecam video, and like that's with the shorts that I like with VPIF. We decided to script the video in a way of like a 5-minute video. It's gonna be like a 5 shorts put all together that could like help us like to create a more dynamic video. And yeah, thanks to shorts, that was cool. And yeah, I have to create more of that. Like, I have to create more recap out of the lives and short of the live. But yeah, there is only 24 hours in a day. Yeah, like the Solspot live, I love the team. Like, I love what they're building. I fucked up the demo, obviously, when I tried to show off their project. They were sweating hard. That was fun. That made a great short after that. But yeah, like, what did you think? Like, are you Solspot holders? Do you have the card? Do you use the product?
I have the cards. I've never used them, if I'm honest.
Okay.
Maybe one day we can run through it. However, what I would like to say is I remember at the end of that video, I was like, did you rehearse this? Maybe next time you should rehearse this before you go live. And he was like, yeah, we rehearsed it. It didn't work on the day.
Yeah,
So,
see, it's like jazz mic, same thing. We tried before, and then we do the show, and it fucked up.
But that's part of the learning curve, right?
Because
that's going to happen, and you have to deal with it. So you had it happen. You had to deal with it, so you know for next time. Like, you know.
I just don't do demo anymore.
I mean, I don't think that's the moral of
it's
the
good
story,
content, man.
Sure.
Yeah, no, 100%. You make a great short, man. It was a great short.
All I know is there's going to be a lot of great content out of this video from the banter, so it's going to be a fun little video for you to click on. Don't be surprised, if you see something where your words are totally misconstrued, taken out of context, and Bittlers like this on the stream.
Yes, that's possible. Even if, like, with the small faces, that's gonna be pixel, like really pixel. But fuck it, gonna make the shorts, right? We have to serve the audience. Okay, next slide. Okay, so Autez already talked about that. A couple of shorts about like news, recap, etc.
Can I also add? It was like one of the first
sir.
times you got to really flex your portfolio.
Yeah,
showing
Solspot.
your profile.
Oh, yes.
You like showed your whole like.
I like flexing.
Oh yeah.
I like flexing. Yeah. That's really good, man.
Because it shows the analytics. Like I actually use it as well. I have the profile up and running, and it's really cool to have like a snapshot of the type of trader you are and all kinds of like investor and it's a cool thing that you can share around. Like and then also the Nexus, which is like your link tree, but on chain, so you know it's authentic and you own it. I thought that was a really cool, innovative thing as well.
Yeah. And Little Alpha, I asked the team like to prepare like a Decod3rs theme, so we will be able like to load like the Decod3rs colors on the Nexus products and write what are the get-go, and we can like I think we will have like a subdomain too. So awesome. You heard it first. Sick. That's gonna be nice. Yeah, let's go. The next video was like the 5 top content creators. That was my my video to thank them to create those like smooth and fun videos. That was cool. That was a nice video. What happened? Oh, we lost VPF? Shit, so sad. I'm pretty sure she's gonna message me. Maybe she got rugged like Carlos yesterday.
Yeah.
Internet issues. Anyway, that's fine. So what did you think about that video? Like, what's your feedback about that?
You talking about the 5 content creators?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I love the fact that you're putting out content of like people that are doing what we're, moving into.
Yeah.
Because I don't think a lot of people really understand what Decod3rs is because, it's new. It looks like it's just a live podcast. But the overall goal is to promote content creation on one side while promoting and rewarding both sides as the viewers too. So we want to help content creators and we want to help the viewers that are part of the community and the people that are watching. So there's 2 sides to it. So us doing a video on content creation and creators that are doing what, we're trying to help was really ideal, especially early on.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's definitely. That was something like I want to mix like NFTs and content creation in the content of this channel because again, like you said, it's like the goal is to talk to both like verticals into the Web3 industry. Any take, like any feedback, Ryan? Anything to add?
Yeah, I think it's important too because this is a new medium for a lot of NFT projects. And so it's nice to showcase people who are doing it and utilizing it, and it's working well. Because it's nice to have like FaceTime again with creators, right? Like, it makes a big difference, and it's kind of nice because this video you also show a little bit about your investment model. So it's nice to kind of start feeding that in the educational piece, which is really, really key.
Yeah. No, 100%. That was a cool video. All of the video are cool, man. Like we produce like nice video only, man. Only bangers.
Yeah.
Okay. Another live with like Beertag Radio. Like so, it was like the first video that I was talking about like a project that I don't hold. I didn't pack my bag on this one. I told him that I would buy it. I never did though. Shame on me. I never find like a nice BS to buy. And after like everything that's happening last week, this week, I don't know if I'm going to press the buy button, man. Like it's so weird.
Well, again,
yeah.
You say your principles, right? And if it doesn't check the boxes, like you know, you got to have a plan, exactly. Like you say always. I've learned so much from these two guys. Like, I'm the emotional guy who loves the fucking JPEGs. Like, so really, yeah, you have your plan, you stick to it, right?
Yeah, like I mean, it's. But there's also like like the fact that you talk to someone that represent a project, you feel more connected to it because you talk to that guy, right? So you want to support him. It's a weird relationship, and we already talk about that. We even like with the spaces where you're like, you ask your question to the founder, he replies to you, and you think this project is better because you talk to the founders like for 5 minutes. But like everyone does that, and that doesn't protect you from like shitty project neither, right? Because shitty projects are also going to space because they understand this this dynamic. So yeah, like again, it's interesting that to be able to detach yourself from like the emotion of like talking to someone who is hype about a project and your own like investment thesis. That's like I wanted to talk to Trust because also like I wanted to know more about OKB, and yeah, maybe I will buy it soon, maybe not, but yeah, we'll see. It was one interesting live anyway. What about you, Jazz? Any tech?
I had some exposure to OK3rs. I did participate in a flip with them and made some profit on them, on their rise in the beginning. I think they did great for the space in the beginning of their launch because, they did bring a lot of ETH money in before DeGods really started pulling that ETH, part over. They brought a lot of money into Solana. They had what I loved about them is they had a great marketing campaign prior to it. I heard about them for a while, get a whitelist and like great marketing and everything like that. And I think they're going to do really well. And I'm hoping, I don't know anything, of course, because I'm not in the project anymore. And I really appreciate Bear Hug. He's very knowledgeable. I love the way he spoke about the project. But I think they're great because they're very brandish. Like, they're good for branding. So I think they're smart. And I'm hoping that I see this with the projects like them to have that brand potential, that as soon as Frank moves to Polygon with Utes and sets something up, that projects like OK3rs could easily follow suit and really make a killing. Because I think they would do really well if they got the right brands interested in them. But I still think it's a very good project. I think they got a lot of potential. I think there's a lot of misconceptions about the project, but overall, I mean, like I said, I've once owned them. I have a lot of friends in the community. I think it's a great community, and I love it. I actually like the art. I could rock an OK3r for sure. There's a few that would speak to me that I've gone through. I'm like, shit, I want to buy that one. But I've always like turned into my, because you guys know me, I'm an investor. I'm very dedicated to DCA and crypto right now, so I'm not buying JPEGs as much, and I'm consolidating my JPEGs into a few projects that I know are going to reap me a good yield, so I can then take the ROI out of that and push it into crypto because I'm a big crypto trader. That's what got me here. That's where I've gotten my money to play with. So I'm focused on crypto, so it's hard for me to buy into any JPEG project right now. I'm consolidating. But I love the project. I love a lot of the community. So I think Bear Hug's video was very, very insightful into what's coming, what they're working on, and actually him as a person and his podcast. I think it's a great thing that he's doing.
Yeah, no, like honestly, like it's something like he has like a channel like similar to like the Decoders. So I'm curious about like to see his growth and like the what kind of content he's gonna push to on his like podcast, etc. And hopefully we can like work together in the future, like push like again our videos and stuff like that all together and see if we can grow and work as a partnership with like the Decod3rs ecosystem. That's definitely gonna be something to follow up on that.
And also, like they do have one of the best looking branding projects as an NFT. I know a lot of people point to their roadmap as something that people would try, like while you're creating your roadmap or creating your document stuff for your own project. A lot of people point to OK3rs on how well it was executed.
Yeah, that's true. But like just you mentioned like the branding part of OK3rs, and now like the branding part is almost like youths, because that's gonna be the play, right? So if you believe into brands, like, is that not better to buy a youth, and that will be okay? That will be on Polygon, but like, is that not the play? I don't know. Like, it's kind of tricky because the execution of OK3rs like post mint was like at least like bumpy. And like, can they get back the trust of the holders and like future buyers? I don't know. It's hard. It's really hard. But yeah, anyway, man, like we need to check more videos, because we're gonna be here tomorrow morning, and it's gonna be your tomorrow morning, man. We produce so many videos.
Well,
but what do you think about?
Is you're getting a lot of content here that you can then now make into some shorts with us, you know? And
exactly. But like, what do you think about the format? Like let's talk about it. Like the format of the AMA, it's good, right? Like it's like to review all of the video. It's nice. No.
Yeah, no, we got to learn how to go faster, but but no, I think it's good because it's interesting to reflect and take a look and see where we were and how we're growing, and like,
exactly.
I mean, it's insane to think that this is just a month, like, and the amount of people we've chatted with and had on the channel, and how much the Discord is growing. It's great to see people pop in. And everyone's been super welcoming, even from the very beginning. So shout out to our community for being really open at arms with people, and it's been really great to see. Yeah,
and it's just the beginning, man. Just the beginning. So next live, Alex, the first spike. Say like so was it a short? Oh yeah, no, we had like I think it was a short. Oh yeah, because like this views was about like the bonk short, I think.
Yeah.
So that was the main reason. But like this one with Alex, that was the first spike in watch hours. That was definitely with like the Alex live, and like even before, like the day before with Trust. But great live. Really love the guy. It was like awesome to talk to Alex about Blocksmith. Really excited about the project. Like that was definitely cool to have him on the channel. Man, like Ryan, don't worry. Like we can continue. Don't worry, it's cool. But yeah, we need to move faster.
I gotta go out.
You get okay? No problem.
I love chatting with you guys, and hopefully we can do another one soon.
Yeah, and we will try to put it in under 1 hour.
Or we can go later. If you can push later,
I'm
all good with that too.
Okay,
thanks,
no problem. Cheers, man. See you around on Discord.
Always.
Cheers. See ya.
Bye-bye.
It's just you and me, brother.
It's all right.
The team is dragging.
We got our homie Pollux in the chat.
Nice.
He's an OG. I think you've actually met him in real life, correct?
Yeah.
Back
Sure.
in Vancouver, right?
Back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day. It's good to see you. And I see you got, I don't want to mispronounce it. I'll just call you Chuck for short. But what's up, man? Good to see you in the chat. Love seeing new faces rolling. Me and Vince are just sitting here. We're just doing a recap of the last month of the channel and some of the videos that we produced. And, we're just sitting here hanging out, vibing.
Yeah. And if you have any question about the project, like we can take it, and like we will. It will be a pleasure to answer like everything that you want to know about Decoders. The next video was like like what did you think about like the Alex podcast? I think it was really like this kind of content with like founders, and like it was like not a flip, but it was like a good momentum for the channel, because that's that's drawing like the kind of format of like podcast we want to do on the channel, right?
Yeah, and the good thing too is for the founders, it's allowing them a place to show their face and be in the forefront of their community, because I feel like you get more connected when you can see somebody, for you guys to like look at us in Decoders and be like, hey, these guys, they're real, they're not just JPEGs on the internet. So like to see Alex, who's building, an amazing project, and his team's amazing too. We have a lot of the Blocksmith guys in the server, and they're amazing. It's a great community. They support everything. To see them like come in and really support Alex's video and just like blow up our server and still be in the server. They come in, they say good morning, they hang out. They say what's up, they're in your video. So that's the kind of things that, at Decoders we want to really focus on pushing those founders into the forefront, letting them get out there and just tell their story, talk about alpha, because it's best that we can push somebody live, because you can see reactions in people's faces, and
yeah, exactly.
He's not telling us everything. There's more alpha here, like with Carlos yesterday. Like when we talked about the dog utility, like when he said there was 4, you could tell that there's probably a fit, and there's more coming, so that's one thing I love about the live, and before this, I don't think myself or Vince was doxxed in the Web3 world. I was a performing arts, I was a musician, so of course people knew who I was by my real name, or if you followed my Twitter, my Twitter's the same Twitter I used in music, so people knew who I was. And we all have our our paper trails where you can find out who we are, but I mean, it's just really cool to bring these founders on. And we started when we brought Alex on. I think that was when we realized like this is a good formula. Like it's really nice having these well-respected project founders on that are building massive projects that are really changing people's lives. There's really no other way to think about it. They are like, what Blocksmith is doing, it's changing people's lives between the passive income, the projects they're putting out, and the they're putting out. So, just the gains that are there for people that have been there since day one, believing in the project. So I like it, man. Hopefully we can get some more solid founders and even circle back to like somebody like Alex.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, like I think like the editorial line for like the podcast will be like content creators and like NFT project founders, and with that, we can create like a solid lineup of content, and hopefully like everyone like in the Decoders community will enjoy what they're watching, and like keep coming on the streams, and like keep commenting, asking questions during like to see again like you said to visualize like the reaction when they get an answer or a non-answer. But that was the goal. VPF, like you pull up like a Carlos one on this one. Like internet down bad, man. Get rugged. Can't get back. Don't worry, VPF. It's all good. It's all good. See, even like Ryan left, so it's not the same. Like having a life without you, it's not the same. But we're gonna manage. We just don't worry about that. Next video, it was a recap of the live. I need to do that. I need to do one for all of the lineup that we have done. But like, see, 3 days. 3 days. It's coming. Like Jazz, we're gonna do this giveaway with the dogs. It's coming up.
Yeah, I got the dog locked and loaded. If there's any jelly fans in here, we got a steak upgraded dog that we're gonna do a giveaway with when we release the Carlos video here. So I got a cool little idea of what we're gonna do. It's gonna have to deal with coming into the video and making sure you're subscribed to the channel, and we're gonna have some fun. And I'll pick a winner in 24 hours afterwards, and we'll give out the dog.
Exactly.
So it's going to be an already upgraded, paid the jelly for it. So once you get this dog, you can just go ahead and stake it. Because I know there's a lot of holders that have dogs that were a little upset about the jelly upgrade, because it's like 2 sold, a little over 2 sold with the jelly price. But that's why I feel like let's give one out to the community. You gave out 1,000 jelly last night after the live stream too, which is amazing. But yeah, so look forward to that. Maybe tomorrow, once Vince gets the video finished, and pay attention to our Twitter, and that'll have the details. Or in the Discord.
Yeah, 100%. That's gonna be my main focus for tomorrow, like to edit those videos, and like so. It will be live at the same time. Yeah, around like 3 or 4 a.m. in the morning my time. That should be pretty much at that time. The live after with Jack from Vandals. Are you exposed to Vandals, Jess? No, you don't have any Vandals, right?
No, I wasn't really exposed to them. I did flip them a little bit. You know me, I'm an investor. I'm a flipper. You know, I play secondary a lot. So, you know, there was a few times where they were a good play, and I, you know, was in and out, but I never like joined a Discord or anything like that. The only exposure I have to Vandals is pretty much through you and like through the hype that they created during the Youthsmith with the dust.
Yeah.
You know, that's about it.
Yeah. Yeah, like that's why I went to the meets. Like I remember Vandal was part of my top project that I wanted to try to flip, and it was like at the same time with like Great Goat and like the Primates and something like that. I think that the mint date was around that other project, and basically. I didn't flip them because I don't remember why, but yeah. So I tried to flip them. I end up with the bag, and then when I discovered the project and dig a little bit more with it, I went into like I bought more because I love what they put with like the haste, and then with the youth list. It was a hold up, man. Like I put all of my dust into that pool, get some sweet youths whitelist, and end up with like 90 youths. Job done.
My man's a hustler, right? Yeah, he's a hustler.
Yeah.
But what's up, Bear?
Bear
Hugs in the chat now.
Second.
Bear Hugs in the chat.
Oh, yeah. Nice. We talk about you, man. Like we are reviewing like all of the live and videos that we publish. We publish during the months, and yeah, we talk a little bit about OKBS project and all of the fun that happened this week. But you know, like we enjoyed the live, and yeah, only good positive feedback from this video. That was a great live, bro. And I hope you're doing well with your own content. Yeah, so like the live Vandals, yeah, I really enjoy talking to Czech. Like he has like a strong builder's mindset, even if they went into some troubles with the floor price, etc. Like the community was a bit like not deceptive, but like they lose face after the hard rework in a bit. But like, man, I'm not selling any NFT whatsoever, so I still have my my good stack and. Man, yeah, like, yeah, enjoy the live and talking to Czech directly. Okay, so let's going back to, yeah, bigger and the OKBS. Like, yeah, where do you stand on founders' work hours? Should they work?
I mean, I'm not a founder, but as a team member, you know, I've worked, my experience, my background, Web3, I've worked as advisors behind the scene with a lot of projects, like projects, you know, I wouldn't even attach my name to, but I was always in their team chats. You know, I've worked as mods and, you know, I've worked on teams, but I feel like a founder, you know, of course, if they're dedicated and they choose to work 20 hours a day, 7 days a week, that's awesome. That's dedication. But do they need to do that? I don't think they really need to do it if they have a really, really well intact team that understands the overall vision. But of course, if they're one of those people that just really need to make sure everything's done right, I get it. But you know, at the same time, I mean, I don't feel it's necessary, and I don't think we should ever expect that for someone to give their whole life to the project. But, you know, when you do launch a project, there is a responsibility to, you know, make sure that you have the time to do it. And if not, you better have the right people in place that can do it. Like, you know, you own a company and you have a really good CEO. So, you know, I just think it's important that the team is strong to not put that much stress on the founder. But if the founder chooses to do that, you know, there's people out there, like you said, like, you know, I saw this stuff with you and, you know, the back and forth on Twitter, and even Frank reposted something. I think he quoted the guy from ABC and, you know, was saying something, but,
edgy.
You know, it is what it is. It's up to the founder, you know, if they choose to do that. Because I don't think I ever expected any founder in any project I've heavily invested in to, oh, why are you not here? It's 3 o'clock in the morning, bro. You're a founder. You should be here. You know what I mean? They gotta have a life.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as the projects, you know, like I said, you got to build a good team. You know, at least that's my vision. That's why you hire advisors. You know, that's why you have people that are gonna say, and you need people to challenge you. You can't have people that are just gonna say, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Everything you say. Yeah. You need people to challenge you. You need people to bounce ideas off of you. And I think, like I said, that, you know, being in the jelly system, I see that in their team. Like, I see people challenge Carlos and give him, you know, like when he comes up with an idea, and they're like, wait a minute, you know, I don't think that's right. You know, let's try this. And he's like, yeah, you're right. You know what I mean? Like, they have that kind of chemistry, and I think that's why Jelly is going to do so well and they're so successful. And they're going to keep striving because they have a great team. They have a great leader, and he works his ass off. He does work 24 hours a day, but he also has a great team, you know?
Yeah, no, 100%. Like, personally, like the rhythm I have is like, I don't leave my apartment at all, except for boxing and going to the gym, which takes me like let's say 2 hours a day between going to the training and coming back. I think it's healthy because, like, again, I still want to be like maintain like a normal health and like because again, like, it's a marathon that you run by sprint, right? So you have like a deadline that you want to push something new for the community, etc. But you also need to survive for 2-3 years grinding what you can. And like, if you work 20 hours a day for 2-3 years, then during your 5th years, you're gonna be a bit tired, or you never know what's gonna happen tomorrow, right? So I always like personally grind, like in my previous project to like startup life, etc. So I definitely understand that. But yeah, personally, I'm just like, if I'm tired, and I'm not going to culpabilize because I took a 20-minute nap because I was tired after lunch, right? So everyone, like, work smart, work hard, do both, and then your project should like you should see the floor price slowly grinding. Because again, like, if you can work hard, but like if you just push a gigantic pile of shit, you're gonna end up with a bigger pile of shit, right? So what's the point? As long as you have a good project, a good like product market fit, and you can execute on it, like if you can push like your NFT project but work like 4 hours a day, just that's it. Like at the end of the day, like the market will identify that you are really solving something and bringing something new to the ecosystem. You can probably execute more if you work 20 hours instead of 4, but if that's what your balance is, like, fuck it and do what the fuck you want and to make your project successful. Okay, so next video, a jet. Nice. Okay, I pushed like 2 videos that day. Nice. Cool. Okay, so buy this project on Solana. Yes, that was like a video about DeGods saying like, basically I was saying, buy DeGods now because on ETH they're gonna moon. Another like, I was not. Man, I'm crazy. I'm writing this video that not even what I'm saying during this video. I was like selecting, like talking like those top 5 projects and try to choose like which one will take the lead after the DeGod move. That's the script that we rewrite with VPIF. And my shop. Yeah, honestly, it was cool. Like personally, I chose like to highlight at the end of the video like Blocksmith. But like Jelly with Carlos, ABCs, even OKBs, maybe it's gonna be tricky with after this week. But I put like ABC, Jelly, OKBs, Blocksmith, and even like another like Dust Lab collection on Solana Pro. If they do that, that's gonna be so fun, so much fun. I can't wait for Frank to tweet, "Oh, by the way, we're coming back to Solana, bro."
I wouldn't put anything past them. So, I mean, like I said, you know what's crazy about this space, because we talked about Vandals, and you know, and Bear Hug's in here, and like you said, this week's been tough because you know there was some FUD.
Yeah.
And FUD really hurts projects, and it's never like it's usually like rumor based. Like it's never proven. Like the FUD is just like a band of people that will just get together and they just have some, outreach, and people listen to them. They don't even care. They don't even investigate. They just retweet it, and then they run to Discord and they start spreading it like a fire. You know what I mean? And it sucks, because then it takes people that are in the servers of these projects that are part of the team that have to start putting the fire out. And it's very important that you have really good mods at this point and community managers that can really tackle it. And even people on Twitter, that's when it's very important to have a good community. So that's why like a project like OK3rs with the recent stuff with all the listings, and I think it's a AMA. I don't know if anybody's gotten to what's going on with it. I just saw like a bunch of FUD. I haven't investigated it myself, and it's just a shame to see, because the community is awesome for OK3rs. Like I was saying earlier, I have a lot of friends in the OK3rs community, and they're all great people. They're all in different, they're in Utes, they're in DeGods with us. There's some in Jelly, you know what I mean? So it just sucks that the FUD take over Twitter, and I think Twitter is being used against these projects, and it really brings these projects down. What happened to Vandals?
Exactly.
Nobody does investigation. Nobody does their own research. They just listen to what somebody else says, and that's the whole reason why a lot of people are losing money in the space. So, but not to get too sidetracked on educational and do your own research, and FUD sucks, but
like that's also like the having like founders on the channel and having a direct link to them, and like seeing their reaction when we ask questions that like they are comfortable or not, which is like an information that you're losing by definition on Spaces, because like it's just like vocals. It's also interesting to use that content to do your own research, and like at the end of the day, like see how people react to what could be a tricky question, right? But yeah, I mean, like you can't, like the average like quality post on Twitter, it's pretty low. So yeah, no surprise they like shitty FUD like right and left that gonna touch like successful project. I mean, bro, like I hope Decod3rs one day gets like some FUD, because that means like we are like tickling some people, And are you successful if you don't have FUD on Twitter? It's a tricky question.
Yeah, I mean, it works both ways, because it's putting your name out there. People are seeing it, and there's people like me who don't just believe what I read on Twitter. So I'll go look at the project, and maybe I'll go look at the project and see what's going on. Be like, whoa, I like that bear on the floor. Oh, I like that vandal on the floor. Because me, I'm if I like a piece of art, I'll buy it, even if I'm not looking to just make money on it. If I just have to buy it. So, but needless to say, I really think the OK3rs community is strong, just like the Vandals community was, and they're able to handle the FUD, and they have strong teams, their communities, and inside their Discord, they go out there. It's just it's a shame though, man. FUD, and like I said, the toxicity on Twitter is just, this time last year it wasn't there. I mean, it really wasn't there. It's like developed in like April when the market started going down. It's just been a roller coaster, like straight down. Like I'm waiting to come back up on the roller coaster, and we're just still traversing straight down into like this nonstop drop of toxicity.
I mean, like, okay, but bro, like, can you imagine if one day we have FUD and we'll start a live, and then we have like people coming on like making views and stuff and watch hours? We're gonna get monetization with Decod3rs FUD, man. I can tell you that.
Yeah, we want the FUD. Bring the FUD.
Exactly. Yeah, but bro, like we have FUD and we do a sponsor show, and then we make like a shit ton of views and watch hours. Bring the FUD, baby.
All I gotta say is, whoever has the, because if you're not familiar with what Decod3rs plans on doing, we plan on allowing our videos to be won in raffles with our future mint, with the token that you're going to earn, and then there'll be raffles, and then you could win the monetary value of a percentage of what the video makes when it comes to views and stuff like that. So if we get a video that really like goes viral and it's up for raffle, you could just make money by winning that raffle from an NFT that you got from a whitelist just from subbing to our channel that cost you a soul. So, there's a lot of potential there, of what we're trying to achieve, and, the direction we're going with this channel and this project.
Man, you like maybe in a couple of months when we're gonna have some FUDs and like live like that, they will even say like we will generate the whole FUD to make more views on YouTube. And if it's happening, if it's gonna happen, I will make a short with that extra that we are doing right now with the live right now. To that's gonna be nice.
People create own FUD for a video that they won just so they can, make money. Hey, I see people exploit loopholes all day long and everything in crypto. It only takes a short amount of time for someone to figure a way around something and exploit it and hustle it and make as much as they can off of it with no regard for anybody else. So it's coming.
I can't wait to see that happening. The next live was with Jet. Nice guy. Great content creators, entrepreneurs, really like a smart guy. It was a really nice show. We talk about content creation, and he's like a Web2 company where he's implementing try to onboard people to Web3, which is quite interesting. He's based in Thailand, so it's even another part of the world with different culture, etc. And the fact that he's working with the Americans and Asian people at the same time, it's kind of an interesting show. Do you have any takes on that live? Anything special to say? Did you enjoy it?
I think he's a good host at his podcast. He does his own podcast, and he's also a great community leader. He's got his own project.
Nekozuma.
Nekozuma,
yeah.
Nekozuma is his project, and the community's strong. During that live, I bought one of the NFTs and went into the community to check it out and to support him because I believed in his vision and what he spoke about and how passionate he was about his project. So to me, I'd like to find out a project from a founder and that I know nothing about, because hearing them talk about their project and seeing the passion in their project and to see how they talk in regards and how they answer questions really shows me, what kind of, founder they are and what kind of direction they're leading the community. So, if I see someone that's really passionate and it's very, able to answer questions without thinking too much and just, you can tell it's natural, I'll support it. I might not whale into it, but I'll buy a few and I'll hang out in the community and, I'll show support. I'll go rate some tweets, every now and then. Whatever you can do with your outreach, it's important that we help each other. But really good guy, really good podcaster.
Yeah, and I'm going on this channel on Friday. So I'm going to do the part 2 of this episode, I guess, on this channel. So it's gonna be, it could be pretty fun.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. We had another live with Ivy. That was a special one. I love this girl. She's so funny. The morning of this live, we had a space where people on this space were not aware that we are supposed to upload it on YouTube to have even building a whole playlist and have a new format on the channel. We deviated a lot from the main topic. It was supposed to talk about decoders, and we talk about everything except decoders. I still need to make short out of that space because it was really funny. And then in the evening, we had another live with we had a live with Icy where I talk about I wanted to introduce her to the decoders ecosystem because she has an interesting Web3 adventure, and she's also talking about Twitter space hosting, etc. Really interesting, really funny too. Yeah, great vibes. And right now she's in Hacker House in Turkey. So she's gonna do some vlog for the channel. So we will have some shorts and even probably a full format video from that event. So that could be pretty interesting too. Any take on that? What did you take? What's your feedback on that live?
Me, I love education in this space, and I noticed she does a talk show with another friend of hers. I believe it's I forget the name of it, but I know she does a very cool podcast talk where they it's like a safe haven type thing, where it's about education and just direction and hey, you've got questions, so I love seeing that in this space. Anybody that's doing that in this space, I'm all for. Because it's very important that people get on board coming into the space and know the ins and outs. So like I said, so it's good to see those people come on and and see their view on things, and
Yeah.
So hopefully we get another show. Maybe we could do a show together with her on like her podcast. Go on there as Decod3rs, and just talk about some things.
Yeah, that's the plan. We just need to find some time to organize that, prepare the show, and make a new format. Make sure we can do it like on a weekly basis or something like that, and build on top of that. So then next video, a couple of like ABC's video shorts and a weekly recap. So we're not going to talk about that because we're gonna need another hours. But great short, you should check them.
And then the one of the shows that I will say is, I know what's coming next, that Vince was like a little kid on Christmas morning looking forward to. We did the show with Kevin DeGods, which was like Vince being able to talk to because Vince has been in DeGods since day one. He's loved the team, he loves the project. So to be able to talk to one of the founders and one of the leaders in that project, it was you could see, if you go watch that video, the excitement in Vince is the way he was, and it was great. Like I said, out of all the videos we did, and I'm not taking away from anybody, but I learned so much from that video just listening to the mindset of that man, because he's a very successful Web2 person and entrepreneur, and became an angel investor, and to see and understand that, and then see where they are with DeGods and Dust Labs. You just know that the success is always going to be there because they got someone like him, on that team.
Yeah, so 100%.
I said, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, man. Like I organize my question for him around like the Silicon Valley like mindset, because I know that's like why DeGods is successful and why like they are winning at that scale, because like the whole ecosystem around them empowered like project to take off big, because they have like investors' money and stuff like that, and even like the mindset, the way they think, the way they execute to create a company. I know it's coming from the Silicon Valley right now, and so I wanted to share that vision with like people who watch the show and the channel. And honestly, like that's again, that's why it's like the secret weapon of like, he's a secret weapon of Dust Lab. As you said, like he's a successful entrepreneur. He bring his experience and like try to, I guess, bring some new vibes to the 25 years old kids that spend their days in like the DeGod HQ, and bring like his like corporate type of like execution, which that at the point where they are right now, that's exactly what they need, like to scale up and get bigger and get like more conversation with big brand and stuff like that. So he is like the perfect person like to onboard when they onboarded like a couple of months ago. And like, I think it's transpired in that podcast, hopefully. At least that was my angle. And on the same day, man, like I didn't know Matthias like a lot, like not at all, the co-founder of Asset Dash. But we had also a great live with him. Same thing, like American entrepreneurs. Like, man, there's something about American entrepreneurs. I love them. And like, some good stuff gonna happen on the channel that because of like Asset Dash, this podcast with Asset Dash. So yeah, stay tuned. We're gonna have like some couple of surprise for you. But again, like this day, two great podcast, two great shows, and yeah, you can see it in the views and in like the watch hours that we collected, we found. You can see the second spike of like the lives, and that's what gonna make the channel monetize and 1 million subscribers.
Yeah, and even the short that you made for Kevin was brilliant, because it literally explains in such a short amount of time how to make an NFT project, build it successfully, and launch it.
Yeah.
Like literally in like 30 seconds, just like by summing up what he said. And like I said, I can see I'm a DeGod holder, and I'm a fan of Kevin and that team. They definitely know what they're doing in the space. Take away all the FUD and all the people that really don't know what they're talking about on Twitter, just need something to farm some engagement, get some likes. Probably one of the best teams in the space that you can learn from just by watching them build and provide value.
Yeah, 100%. Like, yeah, interesting comment like from Chuguka. Yeah, obviously DeGods are like expensive right now, but that's why like I don't know if you were at the beginning of the show, but like that's why like look at product like GigaDAO that's gonna mean tomorrow, and that product where like they are going to tokenize NFTs, because basically you will be able to buy a portion of an NFT because you will buy a token that will be on top of the NFT, right? So if your NFT is worth like 1,000, they will cut it into a portion of like $100, and you can buy those $100 part of one DeGod NFT. So you can be exposed to the DeGod ecosystem with DOT product, but you can also buy Dust, and by doing that, you are also exposed to the Dust Lab ecosystem. So you have everything to enter into the Dust Lab ecosystem until you are able to buy a Utes and then later on DeGods. I hope we answer your question. Yeah, I guess like you will have like the same approach to that problematic, right? Like if you are outpriced for that kind of collection.
Yeah, fractionalizing shares is really nice. There's a website, Elixir, that was doing that, where you could fractionalize shares of your NFTs, or you could just go in there and trade for a different one of the projects listed. So if I didn't like my DeGod, I could just go trade it for any of the ones that were on that site, so where you can buy fractionalized shares and you can leverage it. So I could take a loan where I can get money for 50%, and whoever owns the majority amount could sell the NFT. So if you buy all the shares, eventually you could have the whole NFT to yourself. So it's kind of a cool idea. I didn't know they were minting tomorrow, so that's really cool. He also has asked what kind of surprise with Acid Dash.
That's a surprise, but like if you're not on the server yet, you should like jump on Discord. I think you are, right? You were from JD Rascal, but like you're probably on the Discord. It's gonna be cool. It's basically validating like our business model and like partnership that we put in place. It's gonna be announced next week. That's it. Let's keep the surprise for the announcement. That seems to me, see, like Chuck, that's why we're talking and we're sharing like some good information, right? Like we're sharing what we know about the ecosystem, and hopefully you can like profit from it. Okay, so where we were at, secret weapon, so that's good. Nice live, everyone. If you haven't seen those like live, if you haven't seen any live on the channel, just watch them. It's chaptered. You can like except the last ones, but you can watch what you want. There is also the recap of the live. I did like the one with Kevin and Alex. I will do more this week and probably next week and the week after, because I need to cover all of them. But watch everything. Everything is a gem. We do only good streams. That's what you got with Decod3rs. Okay, so next video, NFT are the solution to, okay, so this video is special, like I tried something else again. I wanted to expose my main thesis with like NFTs, with like content creation, because like one of the trending topic on YouTube was like the new YouTube policy. So I tried to surf that trend and like make a video and explaining that NFT can bring like the Web3 business model to a YouTube video, and for content creators to not do like brand deals and partnership anymore, but get financed by the NFT collection that they can launch. So because you get like the mint, the mint fund, you also get like the royalties, etc., etc. So I explored that thesis into that video. Try to include some memes from streamers and shit like that. Post it on Reddit. It didn't take on this one, but like that was a nice video to make. What do you think about it, Jess?
Yeah, I mean, everything that you've made is just I'm loving it. Everything's different. Everything is, you know, no videos are back to back, and you're like, oh, that's kind of like the same idea what the last guy was talking about, the last project. So, I mean, I'm enjoying it, man. I just really love this content. I love the direction that you're taking and the people that you're booking to do these shows. And I'm looking forward to we have a mint and people can actually start
and sweep the floor.
I can't get too far ahead of us because we need to build the content, we need to build the channel, and we need to get the traction started so that way there's a reason and everything works as planned. So, but I'm excited, man. This is early. I mean, if you guys are watching this video now, you're hopefully in like 6 months, you're like, hey, remember when like we would watch and there would only be like 3 people watching live? You know, like
let's go with a shitty mic.
yeah. Sadly, my fucking mic just decided to like this. I have this super expensive $400 mic over here that just didn't want to work right now, and I didn't have time to like figure out why the input wasn't working. So I'm just using my webcam mic right now, which is probably shit, but
that's okay, man. That's all good. Okay. So the last, so that was a recap. The last live that we have done, we can regroup like the MetaMat live and Dub live because both are content creators. I love what they're doing. Like, so Matt is like doing like content around trading, where I trade like crypto, NFTs, ETF, I guess, and penny stocks. Check the Penny Stock University. Great live. I still need to do the recap. I'm late on that. And with Dub, like the guy is like an educator. He's a teacher in high school, I think. Yeah, high school, and spend every break he has on spaces, and like he's a meme connoisseur, and entertaining like the whole Twitter space ecosystem. Great live around content creation. And really enjoyed the guys, and always good to make like to meet people for the first time live on the channel, and try to make a good piece of content. What do you think about those two? Like before we do like the live that yesterday's live.
So the MetaMat, he's very, very, very smart, very informative. They got a Discord server that it's one of the, I think you can go in there and get some free information. And I think there's like a paid service where they do trading and they do calls, but the education's there. They're willing to help people and understand things. Very, very smart guy. I look forward to like maybe doing some educational videos and content with this channel, and maybe having someone like him on because his perspective was amazing. And then of course Dub, he goes by Everything Soul on Twitter. He's a grinder, man. He's the epitome of what it's like to be in the Twitter realm and just get out there and really put your name out there and really go out and put content out. Whether he be in a show where they're just joking around, or a serious show where they're educating, talking about projects. Pretty much just covers everything from the sun. Great space co-host. When I see him on co-host, he hosts his own stuff. And just, it's really cool to see someone that's, educating kids, then coming into the space and probably talking with the same age group, because, we have a very young demographic in NFTs, where I see an average of like 16 to 25 as being a regular demographic for this space. So, he's a high school teacher, so, he's generally then coercing and talking to people that he might be teaching. So it's kind of cool, and he's a totally different person. So that's what's really cool about Web3 is, he hides behind, his he's got the Balloonsville NFT, and I love it because like he does different memes, like you were saying with it. Like the other day, it was full of coffee. I love that stuff, and he puts out great content.
100%. Really great entertainer. And now let's talk about like our biggest live so far yesterday. Yes, here, like with the one and only Carlos. Yeah, exactly. Latest piece of content. 300 views after like the publication. Oh, yeah, okay, you can see it. Shit, how can I do that with that? Yes, okay, so on the side, 300 views after the publication of the stream. And 20 minutes, that's cool. And pick like 72 viewers during the live. that's our biggest KPI so far. Nice guy, man. Like he haven't worked during the live, but his internet connection just cut off, and I was sweating at that time. But that was a really good piece of content. And let's check the analytics. Yeah, say like 73 hours, 13 hours. I think it's after the once the live is done. But like 72 picks. That was like freaking fantastic. Like we had here in the analytics, if I go here, watch time, like we took like 126 almost hours of watch hours, which is like I don't know if you're like all familiar with that, but to get the channel monetized, we need like 1,000 subscribers. So please, if you're not subscribed, click on the button, like it's subscribe button, and we need like 4,000 watch hours. So with a live like that we did with Carlos, that's helped a lot. All we need 10 million views on shorts in 3 months. Not gonna happen tomorrow, so that's why we need like the 4,000 watch hours. Or maybe just, you know what? Maybe if you do a dance, if we do a couple of shorts, I'm sure we can do 10 million views.
Listen, you got a better chance asking me to pull a guitar out that I have to touch and sing a song like the old days than to do a dance. But
fair enough. I tried.
The one thing I love about Carlos is he's such a the energy that he has is very, very captivating. So people want to watch him. Like he could literally sit there and like do a gambling stream and probably not talk, and people would watch him because they just love his energy. Like he is just it's just hard to explain, but he's very mesmerizing to the crowd. That people will go and watch a 2-hour video of him talking to you.
Yeah, exactly.
And they'll watch every minute of it because they want to hear what Carlos has to say, even if he's talking about stupid shit. Because he's you know what's great about Carlos is he's real. He doesn't hide his personality. He says what he says, and even being a project founder, he does filter himself to a degree. But he is so honest and raw, and I think that's why people know that when he says something, it's true because he's not bullshitting you. So he's legit. So it's awesome. So he's just very believable too. Like everything he's forecasted for Jelly. I've been in Jelly since last summer. Even though I knew about Carlos and met him through a leak, doing spaces back when we were, with Wastelanders, and I was doing projects, and I've talked to him many times in spaces when he was derugging Jelly, and I just, never got into the project until June came around. There was a nice entry point, so I jumped in, and just every forecast that he's given for that project, he's hit, and now he's forecasting 10K to Rascal. And I don't doubt it. I mean, I doubled down when Gambles released and I saw how well it was doing. I turned around, I sold a couple of Utes. I pushed out a DeGod and I bought 7 more Rascals. I moved my ROI around because my into DeGods was free. All 3 that I owned. I got one blessed, from Wastelanders, from being a valued employee, and let's just say I whaled and I owned a lot of NFTs, and then I won one in a raffle for 1.5 sold, and I took that one I won in a raffle and I sold it. And then I bought back in when it dropped, and I sold it again when it went up, and I kept grinding until I got to the point where I could buy 2 DeGods. And
let's go.
And I was sitting on 3, so now I'm on 3 free DeGods pretty much. It was easy to sell one, and sadly, I did sell the one that I won from you because I knew it would sell, because it was a higher rank and it had a trait that I knew people would buy right away. And it was an ideal time. So I knew that if I sold that, I could immediately turn around and buy 5 Rascals. And I did because I believe short term in Soul that Carlos is going to be number 1, that those Rascals are going to be worth 500 Soul a piece. So my investment of 500 Soul is now going to be 2,500 Soul. And I saw that as a buying opportunity, and my belief in, like I said, as soon as Gambles came out, because it's me as an investor, I need to see something. you could tell me about what you're building, and I believe Carlos. I didn't doubt him for a minute. But as an investor, I need to see the product, and that's the way I am, because I'm a traditional investor. I invest in teams, companies, and projects based off of the way I see value. And as soon as Gambles came out and it was doing so well the first week, I was like, yeah, home fucking run. I literally just turned around and I was just like, 2 Utes, boop.
Yeah.
7 more Rascals.
Exactly.
Again, me as an investor, I saw a man with a vision who has proved himself and speaks very highly of his team, has a great team backing him, has a great community backing him, has a great vision. And like I said, he put out products that he's promised and he delivered, and he's been working his ass off for almost a year to do this. So I immediately saw, I still have exposure to Frank and DeGods. I'm still going to ride the ETH whale, over into ETH, and, maybe not Poly because I did sell my Utes, but they were free, so that's free Rascals, so I love Sol. I'm a Sol guy. So I would rather have more exposure to Sol than, and I think Utes are going to do amazing on Poly. I could lose money here. Utes could blow up out of the water and they could be worth 3 times Rascals in the future, but I'm going to gamble on Carlos because I still have exposure to Frank, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I need more in Carlos because he's freaking a beast. So to circle back to what I was saying, like, for me as an investor, as a traditional investor, not just a hype investor, I was sold on Carlos numerous times. Every time I've heard him speak and every time he provided value and every time he delivered, that I got to that point where I was like, yeah, I got to move some ROI around and I really need to focus because this is a play right here. And now is the opportunity to expand on that play, even though, it was $100 a Rascal when I could have bought them at 70 pre-gambles, but the product wasn't there yet for me as a traditional investor to ape in like that, if that makes sense.
No, 100%. Like, man, like, again, like, by talking to him, like, doing this live, like, you can see, like, the passion and everything that he put in. Like, the guy is putting his soul into, like, the project, like, literally, like, it's so nice. And again, like, there is a huge, like, founder product fit that he is the man that can execute on his vision because he had the experience, etc., and the understanding of the industry. So yeah, that's an easy bait. So it's so sad that I didn't listen to you when they were at 50, and when Ryan trying to make me buying when they were at 60 or 70.
Hey, I'm not gonna say anything, but I shielded them to the 20 sold, bro. Just saying. I didn't push you because I'm not. You guys know me. Anybody in this chat that knows Jazz, I will not tell you about something. I will never be aggressive and be like, yo, this is the play. You got to get in now, because I don't want to take that risk. That if something happens, you lost money because of something I told you about. So what I'll do is I'll say, hey, I like this project. I think it's doing well. I think it's got a future. This is what I've invested into it. This is what I've done. And if you see me doing it and you decide to do it, that's the way I'm looking at the angle. There were 20 sold in, and then when they were like 40 or 50, I was like, yo, bro, just like you did with DeGods to me, the DeGods were 6 sold, and, I only knew Vittler like a month, and he's like, go buy DeGods. And I'm like, why? He's like, trust me, just buy them. And I'm like, bro, I don't know, man. I was like, at the time, Sol was like $180. I had like 25 sold. That's a good amount of money, and I was like, do I go buy 4 of these for 25 sold? And but I only, like I said, I only knew you for a month, so it's not like if I knew you now and you said go buy this, it's sold, trust me, I would not even hesitate. I would get my ledger out, I would buy it. And I kind of wish that I knew you longer when it came to that, because I would have had 4 DeGods at 25 sold last January. But
that's okay, man.
That's why I didn't push you with the Rascals. I wasn't gonna get on you and be like, bro, why are you not buying these? I couldn't do that to you because I'm just not. But
that's okay, man. I have a new project for you. It's called Decod3rs. It's the next top one. Jelly will be top 1, and then 3 months after, Decod3rs will be top 1.5.
We got AMA, who's another OG homie in the crowd. Good to see you, brother. Brian's back talking about his jelly FOMO. Ryan recently did get into the Rascals, but he has been in the server since the D-Rug and supporting. So, but Jelly Dogs is a great entry, Chuck. There is Carlos has said Rascals will be $10,000, and he has said that the dogs will be 10% on average.
Yeah.
So that's putting them at $1,000, which today would be like 40 sold. So when you think about that that 10x that is possible, I still think dogs is a great play. I've upgraded. I have 15 dogs, and I've upgraded them all, even though I should have not, because I didn't know about the Jelly Ventures, this whale community that you need 20,000 jelly, and I was getting I had like 13,000, and I spent
it's coming back
1,000 on dogs. So now I'm like, damn, do I sell a Rascal?
No, let me check what they're gonna offer in the ventures. But yeah, if you need to be in, how long it will take you to get the jellies with what you have
I have
in the bank?
Rascals, so I'm only making 60 jelly a day. So I still need let's just say 12K
a year. Yeah, that's
I'm gonna have to buy some to get in, or I'm just gonna not get in.
Yeah, that's okay.
I'm gonna be going to people like you and just give alpha.
Yeah, we can manage that. Yeah. I'm gonna because I don't have a lot of jellies generated today. I will actually, okay. Do you want alpha? It's 10 jelly, bro.
Yeah, it would take me 200 days to yield 12,000 jelly. Yeah. So, I mean, even if I bought a game room, I would have to buy a rank 3, which is going to be 200, 300 soul, which I fit 5 Rascals into.
Yeah.
But at that point, if I'm going to buy a game room for 300 soul, I can just buy the jelly.
Yeah.
But
exactly. Man, I think we recapped everything, all of the video that we have done, and looks like 500. Yeah, that's basically the KPIs of the channel right now. It's good. It looks good. At least from my perspective, over the last 90 days, 13,000 views, 550 watch hours, and 452 subscribers. But we have more than that. Just over the first 3 months. What the fuck? That's good. That's good progress.
Days, but I mean, honestly, we've only been really putting content out for, I would say, judging it based off of the first of the year, I think we have great traction for January. January is technically our first month of really, getting into the swing of things and what we want to do and bringing on founders and doing that. I think we had a really good month. I want to say 80% of our growth was in January. I know it's early on, so all it takes is traction. It just takes, people realizing what we're doing and realizing that it's different, that we're not copying and pasting a project. We're not doing the meta. We're not just doing something everybody's done. This project is different, and it's going to be more know who you're talking to and in your face, and you're going to know who we are. We're just not going to be JPEGs to you guys.
Yeah, exactly. Now it's gonna again, you convinced me into Decod3rs, man. And see, what's interesting is basically what bring the most views are basically the shorts, which is crazy. I really need to double down on that because I love to do it and edit them. But see, with the bonk one, we made 5,000 views, man. It's madness.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important that, like I said, we're making the content with the lives to then create the shorts. So you could take a clip, for example, you could take what I said about jelly and make it a short and then post it as a shill for jelly. Exactly. You could do that and stuff like that, and we can do that with these videos because what's cool about this is that it's not rehearsed, it's live, and when you get the right people on in a live situation, they're going to speak emotionally and passionately about their actual beliefs. So it's sellable to the fact that what they're saying is not made up. It's not a planned script. It's not something they're going to go in like the guy that goes into spaces and he pitches his project to you, and you can tell he rehearsed it 1,000 times and it's so monotonous that he's like reading it from a piece of paper. Like that's not going to sell the project. You want the person that's going to speak from the heart and just pitch it to you, and just tell you how it is. Like, and you ask a question, he might be like,
what the fuck?
Like, let me hang on. Let me why don't you jump into Discord? About this, because you don't want to tell someone something that you're not positive about. They ask the right question because it might be something you never thought of. Because there's, like I said, be humble in this space because there's a lot of people out there that are smarter than you and see things differently than you because everything is perspective. And if you don't see from other people's perspective, then you're just being ignorant. And if you can't appreciate other people's perspective, you're being ignorant. So I love being around people like yourself, Vince, and like Ryan and Epiphany, because we all have different perspective on our lives. We're all from different areas of the world. Like I grew up in the United States, Ryan's from Canada. You've been all around. I mean, you're originally French, you lived in Canada, now you're out in Malta. Epiphany travels a lot, I think she originally is from Jamaica, I want to say. I'm not positive. But I know her family. She has that heritage, and I know she's lived in the States. She's been in the UK a lot. And Risha is from Europe as well. So it's like we all have different backgrounds. So we all have different perspectives of life and the world. And that's what the crypto space is. And a lot of people don't get that. I mean? Like a lot of people, they believe like their beliefs are the only beliefs in the world. Like the way that they were raised is the only way it is. They don't understand that people are raised differently. People understand differently. People are taught differently. What we're taught in America is way different than what's taught in Europe. You know what I mean? Like history is different in different countries. Like it's not the same. Like nobody knows who is this big pillar in American history, like that lives in, let's just say some country in the middle of Africa. They don't study American history, so you can't be ignorant.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the point. It's just, we have to respect each other's perspectives. And I think that's one thing that Decod3rs too is going to do, because we're all so different and we're going to bring so much to the table. And we also have a lot of experience in the space, and we're stacking the communities in that just are like solid communities that just, are so supportive, like Jelly, Blocksmith, Bears, DeGods, of course, they're like our home community. So it's awesome, man. So I'm so looking forward to the rest of this year and Decod3rs.
Me too, man. Yeah, it's gonna be dope. Okay, so that's officially our longest live ever, which is great. It's good. Yeah, good content. It's gonna be nice. I will need to do the chapters on this one too tomorrow, so I have 3 lives to do.
It would have been nicer if I had my actual mic working.
Yeah, but that's okay, man. Next month we have a month to figure it out.
I'm gonna listen back to this, and I'm gonna hear the audio in my voice, and I'm gonna tell Vince to burn this video.
That's okay, man. Don't worry about that.
Like, don't give me admin access to YouTube, because I'm gonna delete it.
It's all good, man.
Edit out all of me, and you're just gonna Hopefully the audio wasn't bad, because like I said, I'm a super audiophile, and I do not like not sounding well on a microphone. Like if I just don't.
Next time, man. Don't worry about that. Okay, the last screen that I wanted to share with like the people is like basically like where we get that most view and most subscribers, and like which strategy that we implement based on the content and the KPIs that we can get from here. So obviously, like as we can see it, like from the content product lineup, we are making most of the view based on the shorts, but we get more subscribers also from the live stream. So basically, like the more we engage during the streams, like the more subscribers that we get. And because we are like a small channel right now, like I think that would be the most valuable metrics to track. In terms of published content over the lifetime, so since the beginning, live stream 24. There's not 24 live stream. I don't think so. But like but I think it's also like counts like the console one. Like I think, but short and videos. That's kind of cool. Like it was a big a good month. Again, like how viewers find us, shorts feeds, YouTube search. So YouTube search, okay, that's interesting. So that means like the SEO is really important, like, you know, to name like a video and have like the good tags in the content of the video. Short feed, obviously, like that's what people see when they scroll YouTube in the YouTube app. And so that's, we will need to focus on that. And that impression, like the impression means like the number of time like a video of the channel has been showed to people. 4% of click-through rate means like on 100 impressions, only 4 clicked on the video to watch it. At the time of the channel, it should be above 4. Yeah, I said they're talking about it. Yeah, okay, so they're not saying it, but like 4, it's kind of low. So maybe there is some work to do around the thumbnail, or even like the title of the videos needs to be better. So I really need to work on that. And yeah, view duration on like, if we have like an average of the video of like 5 minutes, that's basically, yeah, it's not that bad. But with the live, that because the video of the live are like longer, maybe the average view duration is getting a little bit longer. And watch time from impression, yeah, so that exactly, I don't know exactly what it is. Watch time from impression, what's the ratio? What could that mean? Like, yeah, we made like 152 hours. What? But it's way more than that, right? Yeah, it's 500. From impression, okay, so these KPIs, I'm not sure what it means. But yeah, like the most focused, like the one I want to work on is like, obviously like the number of impression that needs to go up, and like the click-through rate, which will make, we made better thumbnails, so people are clicking more and we make more views, more subscribers, etc. But I think that's it. Here, can we see? Oh, okay, that's cool. Yeah, hours. That's in Malta. So I also have like the recommendation, like posting like the best time for the video. And obviously it's by night for me, like in the afternoon and even by night, because that's when I post a video, and that's based on like US hours, like prime time around like I think it's the beginning of the day. So it's gonna be morning, and so people like you just going to YouTube at that time. So it's kind of cool. Like he helped me publish the video at the correct time. And yeah, other than that, oh yeah, like last KPIs that I want to share, it's basically like this, like kind of age. That's what I wanted to target, because again, like the goal of the channel is to talk to myself, but like 2-3 years ago, and I'm basically into that range of like years old. So like people, so it's basically working. Like I'm like, I want to see this data and audience evolve, maybe with more views, more content, etc. But for that, I'm quite happy with it. And yeah, that's it. Jazz, do you have anything like to add to this live? I think like, yeah, it was something complete. What do you think?
We're just you know, moving forward. Short-term goals for myself with the community.
Oh yes.
I'm gonna start hopping into some spaces on the Decod3rs Twitter, and getting in there and just telling people about the project, and just hanging out, and you know, just trying to, you know, get the right people. You know, I think Twitter Spaces is valuable, and I think we're gonna have to access that that listener group that goes into Twitter Spaces looking for new projects and new ideas, and hopefully we bring some key players and people into our community to help build this foundation out, because we're in the early days, guys. I mean, anybody that's here right now, super early. You know, this, you know, the first 1,000 subscribers are going to be a guaranteed whitelist. You know, there might be a little more, because, you know, you might find people like that are very supportive of us that might have subscribed from 2 different channels. And then, you know, we use Discord. You're going to only be able to, you know, really get one of them. But please subscribe from 2 channels if you have them. Let's get these numbers up.
Yes.
Help us get to the be able to make money from these videos, so we can give it back to you pretty much as the viewers, and to be able to filter it back into communities, and to, of course, support our content creators, because that's another vision of this project, is to support those content creators and help them make money, and you know, get all the information out. Because, you know, we want to spread crypto and NFTs. We want to get it
I
all.
want this. Yeah.
You know, so
exactly, man. Yeah, like you did my job, man. Like, yeah, everyone like subscribe, mint this like this button. Like it was like a same thing as a mint button. You need to press and hit hard the subscribe button. And yeah, man, like I think we can wrap up the live here. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching the live. Thank you for everyone who commented during like the hours that we were together. Thank you again to Ryan and VPIF that have joined the live but had like some internet interruption or like kids management to do. Thank you so much, Jazz. It's always a pleasure to talk to you, man. And yeah, I'm gonna see you on the Discord, on Twitter Space, everywhere on this live like next month. And yeah, again, thank you so much. And yeah, I will see you on the on the timeline on Twitter or on Discord. Thank you so much. Have a good night.